So this is Augie. Augie is a 3-month-old 4-pound puppy, but Augie pulls, Augie gets in our feet, and Augie also, she chews everything that she sees on the ground. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you how we stop this. It doesn't matter if your dog is 4 pounds or 400 pounds. Stick around, we'll show you how we do it. I'll show you a little bit about the problem. There's no engagement, a leaf just blew by in the wind and Augie was all over it. Augie's seeing leaves, chewing them, sniffing around and paying no attention to me. And I know you might say, Ethan, well, it doesn't really matter because Augie is so small. But it does matter because this is stressing Augie out. The rules of the game are not clear for her. And this is going to create a lot of stress and a lot of problems down the road in her life. She's only 3 months old. We're going to take one quick training session and stop the leash pulling, as well as stop the disengagement and the activities of chewing every patch of grass like she's about to do right now. The issue is that Augie has no structure in her life. Right now, we take Augie on a walk and she gets to do whatever she wants. She's adorable. Everyone says hi to her. She gets picked up all the time. And there's no rules to the game, right? She can do whatever she wants. And we are going to teach her the opposite. We are going to give her a ton of structure, build some engagement. We want to reduce the value of activities such as chewing leaves and sticks and poop, and increase the value of paying attention to us. We want to decrease the value of pulling on a leash and not paying attention, and increase the value of, again, paying attention to us. That is all that we are doing in this video, and I'm gonna show you exactly how we do it. There are a lot of people that would say, oh, Ethan, right, you know, just use some treats, use some positive reinforcement, get your dog to pay attention to you, right? Get Augie to pay a little bit of attention to you. And right, that's all great, and that's a great idea, but it's not sustainable, it's not gonna work in the long term, and Augie is going to run into problems down the road if that's all we do. What we would much rather do is build some engagement with Augie by the same exact way that Augie's mom would do it in the wild. If Augie's doing something wrong, Augie's mom is not going to grab a treat or a piece of food and tell, you know, come over here, right? That's not what Augie's mom is gonna do. What she's gonna do is give Augie a very mild correction, leash pressure. Obviously a dog is not gonna give another dog leash pressure, but using leash pressure as humans is mimicking that behavior in dogs. And we are going to teach this wild animal, adorable little wild animal, how to live a human life with human rules using the same way that dogs would teach another dog. So what we're gonna do here is we are going to use just a little bit of leash pressure. Yes, good. And build engagement. I am giving Augie leash pressure and I am heavily reinforcing and encouraging the behavior of Augie coming back. Leash pressure is only in the pots. Yes, good, Augie. It's okay if she gets all excited, that's fine. But the leash is always loose unless I'm giving one of those little pops, and we want Augie to learn, yes. You feel pressure, the automatic response is to come right here. I'm the money man, Augie pays attention to me, great things happen. It's exciting. When you don't pay attention to me, we are decreasing the value of that. And when Augie starts getting distracted, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some sudden U-turns, sudden stops, just try to build some engagement. Once she understands that pressure means good. Pressure means good. You feel pressure, you come back to me. We have Augie on just our standard 6-foot NCA slip lead. That is a great solution for all dogs, but especially smaller dogs, because we can communicate with Augie in all different environments, all different situations. If Augie, yes, good. If we need to administer a 1 out of 10 correction in a low distraction environment, if Augie's perception needs to be a 1 out of 10, we can give her a 1 out of 10. Come on, come on. Yes, good girl. Good. If we need to give her a 10 out of 10, which we won't, but if we did, she was bigger, right, whatever it may be, we can also do that with this slip lead, especially because she's a smaller dog. That's why we don't use harnesses. Harnesses, we lose all control and communication with the dog on the leash. And as you'll see here, Augie is going to struggle a little bit because, right, she is 3 months and a little bit old, and she's been with her owners for about a month, and she's never been told no. She's never been told, no, I can't chew that stick. No, I can't pull on a leash. No, I have to pay attention to my owner. She's never been told that stuff. So it's inherently gonna be a little bit stressful, but this stress is going to be amazing for the long-term health, mental health, physical health of Augie, paying a lot more attention to her owners, not chewing things that are dangerous, because doing that stuff can be dangerous, right? I know that's a leaf and a blade of grass, but I've heard of a ton of dogs that, have choked on eating a chicken bone on the side of the road. We just don't eat anything that's out and about on the ground. Unless I specifically give it to you, we don't eat it. But, yes, good, Huggy. But all we're doing is we want to build some engagement, teach her. This is what, when I give you pressure, yes, her automatic response is to come back to me, which is awesome. And then what we can start doing after that is building a little bit more engagement. When she is not paying attention to me, I'm going to give her leash pressure and get her to come back to me. Every single time she gets distracted, I'm going to do that. Another thing that we can set her up for is the chewing things on the ground. I'm going to let her sniff around, let her try to pick something up, and I'm going to show you exactly how we stop this. There are so many dog owners that run around for their dog's first 6 months, 8 months, a year of their life. Nope. That's bird poop, right? Augie should not be eating bird poop. That's how you get diseases and stuff that is not good for her health. We don't do that. But they eat, a ton of dogs that have eaten, that just chew things in general. And the owners don't know what to do, right? They've tried over and over to redirect and their dog just continues doing it. What we can do is we can stop that in 2 or 3 training sessions. If you have been following along my German Shepherd puppy Dewey, we stopped the biting and chewing things in, about 3 days, and he was an extreme example of a dog that chewed everything he found. So this is gonna be a little bit distracting for Augie. Yes! And I'm just going to keep encouraging her to pay attention to me as I'm walking. If she gets overly distracted by really anything, what we do is we use a little bit of leash pressure to bring our dog back in. Oops, she's tripping over the leash. Good, come on. Yes, good. And right, she can be really anywhere in these 6 feet, except once she starts really getting to the end, that's when we give the leash pop. And at all other times, the leash is loose. Right, so what I'm doing here is I am letting her walk around. I'm letting her be a dog, but the only thing she can't do is be at the end of the leash. And when she gets overly distracted, when she sniffs something that she just wants to go hang out at for a minute, I'm giving her leash pressure to bring her back into me. Yes! So that was a little bit of a sudden stop. Now we can really get into the sudden stops, sudden U-turns, that training. Yes, good girl! When I stop, she stops with me. That is exactly what we want. Let's try U-turn. Yes, good! And we want to practice this. She's gonna try to plant her feet because she wants to go that way. Again, right, this is coming back to, she's never been told, oh shoot, I have to turn around and walk the other way that we were walking. She's never been told that in her life, so it's gonna be a little bit stressful. Hope you guys like my butt, because we're not gonna turn around until Augie starts walking with me. I'm just using a little series of leash pops. Yes, good! She catches up to me, that's when we can turn around and start walking back. Again, he's 7 months old now, but my German Shepherd puppy was loose leash walking within a week, and he was 9 weeks old. Come on. Yes, good, Augie, good. We want to use the inflections in our voice to show that she's doing something right, as well as pets, praise. We can use treats here. We don't need to use treats. I would encourage owners to kind of wean their dog off treats, that they don't need treats wherever they go, because that creates a transactional relationship. And the second you don't have treats, well, your value is decreased and the value of everything else is increased, and all your training's out the window. But we are loose leash walking significantly better now. It helps a little bit that it's so hot out today. It's kind of tiring her out a little bit. But yes, good, Augie. When I stop, I am, especially at first, I want to give her wins. I am audibly stopping. I don't know if you can hear with the mic, but I am audibly stopping, yes, good girl, to show her the proper behavior. Yes, good. Another issue that she has is she loves to walk in your feet. I am using the same exact method of using leash pressure when she gets close to my feet, except just pulling her away the opposite way, using little pops like that. Right, she was just walking in front of my foot. She's a small dog. She needs to learn that we do not walk in front of people's feet, because that is dangerous for her, right? She's gonna break a bone. She's gonna get hurt doing that, especially if someone isn't paying attention. Yes, good. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using leash pressure in all these situations to discourage the activity of chewing things, discourage the activity of pulling and no engagement, discourage the behavior of running in front of my feet. Using leash pressure our main communication tool on a leash to show her what do we do, what do we not do. Good, and now this walking is significantly better than what it was before. I can stop, I can slow down, no. Yes, we can practice some sporadic walking, but I'm gonna mark my words because now look at this, right? So she's going to this patch of grass. She's probably gonna chew something in there. I can try to pull her, but she's gonna stay right where she is. We wanna use enough pressure to discourage this behavior. Yes, good girl, Augie, good. At the end of the day, this training is going to make Augie a significantly better dog down the road. We are already maybe about 8 or 10 minutes into this video, and she is significantly more engaged with me. She's walking with me, and she understands leash pressure. This is bringing her into a much calmer dog, as well as the rules are significantly clear right? They're a lot more clear than what it was before. So if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one.